Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Bearcats will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Fighting Illini offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools
Turning it on! Got enough for the first. Running through contact. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Fighting Illini with options here on second and short. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because the first down you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Off play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. Looking to get it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Altmaier. That's got it. Touchdown Illini. They grab the early lead.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was singing it quick. The ball was coming out. Touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit. And in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
On the ground, it's Bryant. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's second and 4. Run the gun, running back on the move. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
And I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking for a man. It's Sorsky. And that's going to fall on the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Breaks into the open. What a play there. He whips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better at
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets
mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards.
Touchdown, Bearcats! The offense puts up 6. We're going to trip to the end zone. Looking for the time at the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the action. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quickly to the flat wide receiver screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to pass. It's Altmaier. The short hands. It's Dixon. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
So that was a lightning fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to go. I know that.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And he's got it outside the 35. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. He'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. To the air on 1st down. Complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he roars into the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Across the 25, he's got room. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field.
Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some moves.
The Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the run, it's Bryant. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Back to pass. It's Sorsby. There's the pressure. It's picked off. They ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to working out. Dumps it over to the 20.
Let's
a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, we're going to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play and get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Got his man on the right. He's past the 30. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Going to try to get it himself. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Bearcats are marching down the field. The give to the tailback. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The short hands. It's Allen. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to scramble. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
He did a really good job on third down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past it. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit near the goal line punching in. On third down, those are those situations where it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Here's a hit. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half.
kicks it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Now he's going to break the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've already converted a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 39. Looking to scramble. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
And the Bearcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking downfield on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. And not much going on downfield. They just get rid of it and live to play another down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
The Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. Easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American who's moved in if I were allowed to go back and push passes. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Handoff from the gun. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gained a little bit of everything on that one. The Bearcats heading quickly to the line. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Cincinnati! And that one will come up here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Air Force just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory, and that's really the standard there in Colorado Springs. They'll enjoy this one all week.
To the ground with the bat.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality
this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Rip the play another down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Oh, they're after him. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here to the goal line. But 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a third down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Going for 6. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Leaves it with the back. There we go. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before we stop and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. And the Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Good completion on the out. It's a seam wide, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find it, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They've been able to move the ball, but the kicker has let them down. They've had missed field goals, and you wonder now if you're getting to this territory, you just go for it on 4th down. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Arkin. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Searching forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength.
Big man has the answer for something more. They'll get him on the ground, but not before Illinois picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle of the target. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense, too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going again.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. So now it's second and long. Wants to throw. It's Sorsby. Takes the grab. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds his man. It's Caldwell. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. Milk the clock. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The Bearcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Bully ball on third and short. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's second and 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bearcats in a good spot here with second and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Bearcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got a man, it's Allen. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout ball, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So West Virginia's offense will have the football first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And the Mountaineers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Hairston. Going deep. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. The Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain. 1st down for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Akbar. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
He'll bring it out. It's Russo. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wildcats offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm, can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hawkins. There we go. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
They'll run the screen. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on third down, obviously you're thinking pass, pass, pass. A great job by the offense trying to slip in a screen, but the defense had none of it. Great job reacting to the screen, seeing it, going and making a play.
No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where they're just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Use the play fake, now the throw. Got a man, it's Akbar. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Try and play action. Throws toward the end zone. And he was trying to pay off his red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Turning it on! They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. On the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Looking to throw, it's Hairston. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. It's complete on the right side. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are friendly. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the cover. to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up the first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He'll throw it. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's chat a little big picture Arizona. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. Three-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
Here we go. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Arizona runs out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Mountaineers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw a Hairston. Working that left side now. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and long. Offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in, it's Akbar. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly.
He's got it, first down and more. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, they go with the bootleg, and it works that time. You saw the defensive end came crashing down the line of scrimmage. He was sold on the fact that the running back was going to have the ball. So nice job with the ball fake on cue. And he's able to use that speed to get outside. Nice positive play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Line getting set on 2nd down. Now the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Boy, he looked as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Hairston. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Akbar. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Using his legs. It's Akbar. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Mountaineers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give on the inside. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Tollefson. Snagged in the middle. It's Davis. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Davis. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to throw. Time running short in the half. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
Here he comes with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
This quarterback feels feels like he's spiraling a little bit right now. Of course, he threw the pick on the last drive. That last throw should have been picked up. Thanks to the defender dropping it, the offense is still on the field. And if you're this quarterback, you've got to settle your...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And off from the shotgun. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To throw, it's Hairston. He'll take a shot. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pulls it in. It's Davis. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Arizona runs out the punt team. Wants to return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. He's now got 78 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Hairston. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to take off. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Mountaineers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
fire. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, Dave.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Hairston. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Mountaineers have their offense in high gear. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch.
Unleashes one deep. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the returner is stopped. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Breaks the tackle. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th-quarter comeback. And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Motion from the back. He's looking to throw. Flips it out to the back. Turning it on. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Now on 2nd down. Here we go. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's moved. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one.
wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his protection.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you. Running it between the tackles, he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They're going back to the ground. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. Space at the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. It's complete to the right. Wait, a defender missed. Touchdown, Wildcats. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. To the air, it's Hairston. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. The give to the back. Lining off the defender. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Let's talk a little about Arizona. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. It's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negative...
Brings it to the open. Bulldozes his way through. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Arizona comes out with another first down. He'll keep it himself. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Rushes on him. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Man, this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They'll run play action. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.